I want to show you how to clear out your respiratory mucus, which includes bronchitis, mucus with pneumonia, sinusitis, any mucus in your respiratory system, with something better than salt. Now, I've done quite a few videos on using salt to get rid of mucus, and it's good, but there's something much better. And that remedy is NaC. NaC is also used in hospitals, emergency rooms, as the antidote to Tylenol poisoning. The benefits of NaC go way beyond mucus, which I'm going to cover, but let's just focus on what it does to your mucus. NaC basically thins your mucus. It makes your mucus less sticky. Salt will do that as well by absorbing water into the mucus, but NaC takes it one step further. It's a very potent anti-inflammatory. It also is a very potent antioxidant. Not only does it thin the mucus, but it also stops the production of mucus. It strengthens the little hairs, the cilia in your respiratory system that helps move mucus. And not only that, it's antibacterial, antiviral, and it can even break up something called biofilms, which are certain microbe colonies that live within the mucus that are protected sometimes by either calcium or other things. And there's three ways that you can take NaC. You can take it orally as a supplement, you can get it injected, certain doctors do that, or you can inhale it through a nebulizer. And I'm going to get into a little more details in a little bit on how to take it. And the reason I'm putting this NaC on your radar is because it does a lot. You can use it for many different things. Whether you have mucus from an infection, or you have something called COPD, which is chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, where the lungs are generating a lot of mucus, or even a genetic condition that involves the lung and mucus called cystic fibrosis, NaC can come to the rescue. And so let's first touch on what it does for Tylenol poisoning. When someone takes too much Tylenol, what it's going to do is going to produce this chemical that's going to deplete glutathione. And without glutathione, your liver goes right down the tubes. You develop liver damage and the liver can literally shut down. NaC helps build up glutathione in the liver to protect the liver from breaking down. Now, why can't you just take glutathione? It just doesn't work. You want to take a precursor to help build up your own glutathione in your liver. The other very interesting thing about NaC is it helps enhance brain function because it crosses the blood-brain barrier, and it can act as a very powerful antioxidant in the brain as well. So there's some pretty positive research on using NaC for Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, obsessive compulsive disorder, certain addictions to cocaine, marijuana, and even gambling, depression, schizophrenia. And just as a side note, if you know someone with schizophrenia, give them high doses of niacinamide. That's another remedy for schizophrenia. NaC also apparently improves insulin sensitivity. So what would that mean? That means your blood sugars are going to do much better. You're not going to develop a fatty liver from all that insulin. You're going to probably end up with lower blood pressure and better cholesterol profiles. So in other words, you'll have less oxidative LDL. Also, people with asthma take NaC. And as another side note with that, if you have asthma, you're going to also benefit from high doses of vitamin D3. There's even immune benefits from NaC. Certain people with HIV take NaC with good results. And even if you have a mercury toxicity, apparently NaC can act as a chelator to bind the mercury and pull it out of the body. If we compare salt for mucus versus NaC for mucus, salt is good for acute infections, like some quick results with your mucus. But NaC goes a lot deeper. It handles not just the mucus, but the inflammation behind the mucus, also the oxidative stress. It can kind of put the fire out with that. And it can even help modulate or regulate the immune system. NaC, if we do a comparison, is just much better for anything related to mucus in your respiratory system. There's even reports that NaC is good for fibromyalgia and also improving eye problems with certain types of autoimmune diseases. And there's also things you can take in addition to NaC to speed things up. Let me just list the things that can enhance the NaC effects. If you add vitamin C or curcumin in turmeric, a probiotic can be very beneficial. Magnesium can help the airways because it's a vasorelaxer. And also you can add quercetin, which is a phytonutrient that's usually in onions. But of course, I think one of the biggest things I would add is the vitamin D. And about 20,000 IUs. Vitamin D is hands down one of the most powerful things to help regulate the immune system so you don't even get this infection in the first place. And if you do, you can overcome the infection pretty quick. Now, as far as the NAC dosage, I would recommend taking 600 milligrams 3 times a day. That would be your dosage. And the percentage of this liquid NAC would be anywhere between 10 to 20%. And you'd use that in a nebulizer to create a mist, to put it into your sinuses, inhale it so it goes down the respiratory tract and into the lungs. However, taking orally also does work. You don't necessarily have to use a nebulizer. I wanted to make this video fairly short, to the point, no fluff. And since vitamin D is so important with respiratory infections, you should probably watch this video right here.